Hello and welcome! I am Biradu, coach of the Takama Tyranitar, and today we're going to be doing our last week of regular season for SPDA versus dinkyx. So you could see there the team, dinkyx's team. You can pause the video if you didn't get the chance to do so. But this week, as usual, I always do like hyper offense once a regular season, and this week I wasn't feeling so inspired, so I decided, well, I haven't done it yet, so let's do hyper offense. So that's why I brought double screens Mesprit, because I felt like it could take some hits from any of his mons, even the King Gambit. I maxed defense here, so yeah, these two turns we are recreating. That's why I went so fast, because we had a disconnection. But from now on, you're going to see me pause a little more on my plays. So yeah, I bring in here Iron Hands, because I was fearing he could be like Sword Stance after he set Stout Rocks, and Hands doesn't take so much from King Gambit anyways. I resist his stabs. He's Terra Fire, he mentioned, so yeah, he could hit me like with that, but anyways, I wouldn't be taking so much. So I am Booster Energy attack, I go for a Sword Stance, and he goes for a Metal Burst. To this day, I still don't know what Metal Burst does. I think it's something like counter, from what I could read. But yeah, he went before me, so that's weird. And then the move failed. So I tried to look it up, but still cannot understand what the thing does. He goes for a Metal Burst again, and he's faster than me, so he's fast King Gambit. And I go for a Drain Punch, and turns out he is Focus Sash. That's why he leaves my Drain Punch, because otherwise there was no way he could take like a Booster Energy attack plus 2 Drain Punch from the Prince, from full, I mean. Yeah, here I am contemplating and trying to see if he can KO me with Metal Burst, but I saw him going first, and at this point I'm only doing like, at this point I'm thinking, well, what if he Metal Burst and that thing takes into consideration the damage done prior to this turn. But I found out it didn't work like that way, and if he went later than my Iron Hands here, he would only be taking like 1 HP, so yeah, he would be dead. And I decided to risk it, not quite sure what that thing does. He taunts me, which I think it's a good play, otherwise I would be able to go for a Sword Stance and actually 6-0 his team. Because at this point I'm thinking, well, the only thing that can prove to be an issue for Iron Hands is actually Zapdos, because at that range, at full, I don't want hit KO with Thunder Punch. So here he brings in Joe the Mug. I'm thinking, well, this thing might be like basically defensive to tank one move from me, but turns out it just died to one Thunder Punch. Maybe he wasn't like taking into consideration the Booster Energy attack, and that's why I want hit KO there. So that's the second kill for Iron Hands, and this is a raid boss actually. But I mean, even Headlong Rush behind Reflect doesn't do enough to one hit KO me, so I'm feeling fairly confident here. And I'm packing Play Rough just to deal with this thing. Play Rough absolutely one hit KOs, even if it's defensive with what I have here. And I go for Play Rough, he's not Focus Sash, and he does. So that's 3 for Iron Hands, and this is by far his better week. At this point I think it was 2-3, 2 kills and 3 deaths throughout the league, and now I got 3 kills with it, so yeah, that's a pretty good showing for Iron Hands. As I mentioned, I don't want hit KO with Thunder Punch, but he doesn't KO me either with Hurricane. So yeah, and now I'm hoping that I don't get confused because I will KO me if I do with all this attack, but I deal a whole lot of damage with Thunder Punch, leaving him like pretty much dead. So I do have, my Reflect went off, so I can switch, I safely switching into Gondwana, and with my bulk I don't think Sap does, which is, at this point I know for a fact that it's physically defensive, otherwise it wouldn't have lived. Can't do much to me, so he can go like for boost like he did, or switch to regain some momentum. But as I mentioned, Mesprit was so good into his team because he didn't have a good way to KO it other than King Gambit. So I will have my time to set the screens once again, but also to set Stealth Box, which will help me a little bit with that Zapdos. Not so much with Slowking, but it would definitely help me with the rest of his team, with the other mon that he has. I go for a light screen to take better the hits from Slowking, and he decides to go for a Trick Room. Oh, he has Crabominable, sorry. And now I go for a Reflect. I was contemplating if I should go for a Psychic because it was fairly obvious that he was going to switch out here before I could get the chance to go for a Psychic, but I decided to go for the safe route. So Crabominable is one of his Terra Captains, and he mentioned it was Terra Dragon, but I don't know, I think he was a little bit tilted at this point because it's obvious that I can go here for a Psychic. I don't think he can kill me even with a knockoff, unless he's like Choice Band, but I'm behind screen, so it's doubtful. And he decides to go for a Volca. So yeah, just wanting to sacrifice this thing, I just go for a Psychic, and turns out I deal a million damage because this thing is Crabominal's bulk is really bad. So again, even after +1 behind Reflect, he won't be able to KO me. And I go for another Psychic, and I KO another one of his Terra Captains. So yeah, he didn't Terra, that's why I mentioned he was a little bit tilted. Because if he Terra'd out of that Psychic weakness, he might have been able to KO my Mesprit. So at this point I'm really confident, I'm behind screens. There's no way he will be able to win this battle, and I'm thinking, well, I have this on my back. He has some Trick Room turns, and I'm deciding what to go for next. I'm saving my differential. I'm well confident I can 6-0 by now. So yeah, I'm behind screens, light screen, so even an Ice Beam wouldn't KO my High Drop. So this is the last turn of Trick Room, I think, but he decides to go for a Scald, which does nothing, but once again burns my High Drop. At this point, I think this is the third time High Drop gets burned by Scald throughout this league. So yeah, I know I am behind light screen, so Ice Beam will KO me. I go for a Nasty Blood, trying to boost my special attack, and I know that I can one-hit KO this Slowking with Giga Drain, so, and regain pretty much all my health back with Giga Drain. I am Terra Poison Hydropple, so yeah, I don't Terra there because I would be like weak to Psychic, and as he just Scalded, I knew that he wasn't packing like coverage for this thing. And I am actually Chuka Berry because I was going to try to bait a ground type attack into my Terra Poison and KO back with Giga Drain. I am talking about Great Tusk. but it didn't work out that way, luckily for me. Here I go with the Terra because he's probably going to hurricane me. It likely won't do anything, even if I am grass type and I am hit for weakness. But yeah, he goes for the Thunderbolt, reads really well my Terra, but it doesn't matter. Hydra is a beast, a defensive beast, even and behind screens, even more beastly. The Terra Blast KOs Zapdos, and that's an easy 6-0 for the Atacama Tyranids. So yeah, turns out Hyper Offense did a good job during this week. So good game to my opponent, and you guys be excellent to each other. See you. Bye.